This podcast is brought to you by Pure Waffle and Questionable Ball Knowledge. Enjoyed the show.
Looks a bit like a formidable team, to be honest.
This is a striker we've been missing since, Van Persie.
It's hard to say that he's not going to be in the top tier.
When it's bad, it's bad.
He got more trophies than Spurs.
He's got paper mache hamstrings.
Would you pay 200 million for your left winger to score one in every 2 goals?
You get a girl's number and then you immediately give it to your arch enemy.
So there was a point in time where people would be like, he is the best player in the world. Hello, and welcome back to Beers, Boys and the Beautiful Game with me, Finn.
And me, Kieran. I haven't really worked out my intro yet.
No, we're getting there.
Yeah.
Episode 4, baby.
4.
Just us two this time.
No guess. In a much more comfortable
Yeah, we're on some
surroundings.
sofas. It's just a bit weird that we've done every single podcast in a different place.
I feel like we could try and keep that up, but there's only so many
Different places we
rooms.
can go, yeah. Well, yeah, first of all, I feel like we've probably got to apologise for last week. We couldn't find anyone else, so we just settled with Ben. But, yeah, we had a bit of technical issues.
Serious technical difficulties.
So, congrats if you listened to it. Props. But hopefully that won't happen again.
Next time, it'll be better.
Hopefully not next time with Ben, but next time we have a guest, yeah, I'm sure it'll be a lot better. What's on the topic
On
for
the
today,
menu
Kieran?
today. Well, obviously, I keep saying this, end of the season means something, and then I keep thinking of new things that end of the season means.
Yeah.
End of the season means start of a new transfer window.
Oh, yes.
So,
Well, apparently at the end of last episode, I was like, oh, well, Jesus is going to be confirmed for Arsenal, but that hasn't happened yet.
yes, that has not happened.
It will, though.
It will.
It will.
I'll hold you to that.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
So, obviously, already been one big money move, sort of big money, with Haaland to City.
Yes.
So
How much was he in the end? They did his release clause, didn't they?
60 something.
That seems like quite
It's
cheap, yeah.
So, we're going to be going through the top 20 most expensive transfers ever,
Ever?
and putting them into a little tier list because I love a tier list.
You do love a tier list.
But speaking of tier lists,
Oh, I love that segue.
the segue, we gotta get to the beer league.
Oh, yes. Is it beer time?
It is
It's
beer time.
I mean, sorry. It's a very comfortable setting that we're in, but I've left the beer on the other side of the room, so...
This week is an absolute Sainsbury's special.
Sainsbury's special?
It's not Sainsbury's own. Don't worry.
Oh.
Was down the beer aisle and looking at the. Well, I guess it's crafts and IPAs and stuff.
Yes.
Picked out this little Hush Pale Ale.
I'll tell you what, out of all the
By
beers that we've
Unity?
tried so far, I think this is the most aesthetically pleasing.
It's a very, very nice can.
It's a big vibe.
5%.
It's a 440 as well. So the second 440 that we've had.
Yeah.
Love that.
Well, I guess
Yeah, should we see how it tastes?
we've got to crack on. One of these has been dropped.
Yes.
So,
Adding layers to the
If you
podcast.
hear a scream, it's because it's just sprayed everywhere.
Cheers. I'm safe.
Well, that makes me worried. We
I
good?
got a bit more frothage than you, so I think mine was the drop one, but yeah.
It's an IPA.
Yes.
It does taste like one.
It's nice. It's not too in your face, you know. A lot of pale ales.
The flavours are there.
Yeah. I'm not sure. What flavours does it say? Am I getting any of those?
Juicy pale ale. Hefty dry hop.
I'm not sure I'm getting hefty dry hop, to be honest. It's nice.
I do like it. However, if we're coming back to the beer league, I can't put it above
Last week.
last week's.
Yeah. Last week's, what was it? The
Kennedy Lives.
Kennedy Lives was lovely.
That was Premier League. And I'm not sure I can put it above Life and Death.
No, I did like the Life and Death.
I think this might be...
Is this the first non-league?
I might be tempted to put this in non-league.
Don't get me wrong, I'm going to drink it. It's beer. And it's palatable, but there's nothing,
It's not wowing me.
No.
So...
This is quite interesting, because I thought we were just going to put everything in the top 3 leagues. But we found one.
I'm writing it down right now, non-league beer.
Non-league beer. Which is unfortunate. We've kind of scuppered any brand deals we want with Unity Brewery, but...
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with non-league.
Well...
That's where Yeovil Town play.
Anyway, what's on today's show? We're going to go through some transfers.
Yeah. I thought we quickly touch about how we butchered another prediction.
Oh, yeah.
We're 3 for 3 of getting it absolutely shockingly wrong in the Champions League final. I mean, it was boring, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was boring. There's no two ways about it.
I can't even remember the goal now.
Drilled it across the box. Trent sleeping, Vinny at the back post.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, great performance by Courtois.
Oh, yeah. He was out.
Liverpool,
Playing out of
without
his
Courtois,
skin.
I think Liverpool would have won that like 5 or 6-1.
I mean, even in the first 20 minutes, they
Yeah.
had a few pops, didn't they? They started getting into the groove a bit after, second half, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Courtois, credit to him. I think Alaba played pretty well as well,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's like Liverpool, innit? They're rapid. You can't calm down for a second because they're just constantly on it. But I mean, credit to Real Madrid. What's that? 18-time champions now.
14.
That's what I said. Finn,
Just-
edit back
just re-record
and
over the
go,
top.
18. Yeah, 14. Sorry. Yeah, Finn, stop. Just cut that.
So, do you think it's a successful season for Liverpool?
But this is the thing, right? Manager of the season.
They were, right, 1 point and a goal or 2 goals away from the quadruple. If you're a Liverpool fan, are you disappointed that you ended up with 2 lesser cups
I was
and
going to
that
say,
you didn't score a goal in any final?
as if you're a fan of any other club, right? Probably bar the other 2 in that league, top 2, Chelsea and City.
Yeah.
You're happy if you win either
Definitely.
the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup, right?
Yeah.
The fact that they had so much opportunity to take all 4. I mean, the Premier League's unfortunate because you are up against
Man
the
City,
hardest team in
yeah.
the Europe, arguably.
Yeah.
The fact that I think the problem is, right, Real Madrid to get to the Champions League final beat so many top league
great
teams.
Yeah.
And then Liverpool had a pretty, I'm not going to say an easy run, but an easier.
Yeah.
And then to get to the final and sort of just play like a boring game. And admittedly, like you said, Courtois played out of his skin. But yeah, I would be very disappointed if I was a Liverpool fan that you wouldn't at least get a better run at the Champions League, perhaps.
Yeah, definitely. So, quick final one-word answer. This Liverpool team, people been saying throughout the season, best team ever.
No.
Right, glad that's cleared up.
I don't think they rhyme with Pimpincibles. So
Arguably, they're not even the best team ever, but we'll revisit that on a different day.
that's because they don't have Vidic in.
Right, well, you can't beat Vidic, can you?
Or a front 3 of Messi, Suarez and Neymar.
Yeah, that is different.
Yeah. Suarez, though, he's up on a free, isn't he?
Yeah.
Apparently
he
he
was
was
back at Villa.
Yeah, he was tied with Villa.
Getting the band back together, Steven Gerrard.
Well, they got Coutinho now. Well, they just signed Diego Carlos.
And that Kamara.
Looks a bit like a formidable team, to be
Yeah.
honest.
They might be one to watch next
I
season.
might put some top 5 bet on. Not top
Really?
5. European
top
slot.
8, maybe.
I think
Yeah.
it would be good. I think if Stevie G can get a European slot, I mean, he's obviously proved himself up in Scotland,
Yeah.
but that is the Scottish League. It's different gravy,
there's
isn't it?
one or two teams.
Completely
in there.
different gravy.
But so, moving on
Yes. Move me on.
to the transfers. Quick, short answer, I guess.
Yeah.
So far, any transfer that's been announced, who's your hot pick for next season?
For next season,
Yeah.
I think bit of a rogue one. Obviously, I'm a big FIFA fan.
Yes.
I think Adeyemi to Dortmund might be quite interesting.
I'm interested to see how that plays out.
He's very young.
Obviously,
Obviously,
do
there's
have a track record of like just bringing through insane youngsters, don't they? They also signed that Schlotterbeck.
Yeah, I saw that as well. He looks. Oh, he's played pretty well for Freiburg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting little team there at Dortmund.
I think that's
how-
going to be a really interesting signing.
See how they cope without Haaland.
Yeah, I was going to say big boots to fill.
Definitely.
Very big boots to fill.
But top 20 most expensive transfers ever.
Ever.
You can rank them in. I've got five tiers.
A tier list.
Yep.
Okay.
You got absolute howler.
Is that the top or the bottom?
That's the bottom. Didn't quite work out. Jury's out.
That's a
That's
bit.
a bit middle.
Comme ci, comme ça.
Justifies the fee
Okay.
and great business.
Great business. You're hired.
Yeah.
Bit of Alan Sugar.
I should have
I
named
love
it
that.
Your High. So first at 20th position, you can see how much the game has changed in recent years because it's not that one. I scroll down. It's Havertz, Leverkusen to Chelsea,
Oh, how much was he?
72 million.
Oh,
Obviously, some stats.
shoot.
Still at the club.
He is.
23 goals, 14 assists.
What, since he's
in
been, what, 2 seasons?
92 games. So that's what, like, 1 in 3, roughly.
Pretty good odds.
And obviously he's won Champions League, Super Cup, Club World Cup.
So he's won the Champions League.
Yeah. I mean,
The thing is,
I don't think you can say it's not worked out.
No. The one thing I'd like to say with Havertz especially is when they signed him, they weren't exactly playing him in the position he plays now.
I mean, what position is he?
Well, I think they signed him. He's more like a 10, isn't he?
Is he like false 9? Is it what, like inside
They
forward?
play
What
him
is
like
he?
a false 9
Yeah.
now. Well, they kind of play him as like an
He's a
out-and-out
striker
9, isn't he?
sometimes, isn't he? Yeah.
Because then they have like, Pulisic and Mount or
Yeah.
Ziyech
Werner.
kind of playing that inside forward. I mean, he's a very good playmaker, and like I say with a lot of players, he's very nice to watch in the Premier League especially. And he did do a madness in that Champions League final.
Yeah, that is true.
That was a nice goal as well, taking
Very
it
nice
round.
goal. Yeah.
I think he's probably worth the money.
He's worth the 72 mil.
I think so.
You reckon?
Considering other Chelsea signings that I'm sure are
Yeah.
a lot higher up the list,
Yeah.
I think he's definitely worth 70 mil.
Justifies the fee.
I think so.
Plus, I think when they bought him, what was he? It's like 20, 21 maybe.
So
So
he's 23 now, 22.
let's say they've bought him and he's going to stay there for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably worth it in the end, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So we move on to another Bundesliga to the Premier League.
Oh, yeah.
Sancho to United. 73 million.
This is a difficult one.
Not quite gone to plan this season. He's got 8 goal returns in 38 games.
I don't think that's his
no
fault,
If
though.
you take it purely on goals and assists, doesn't look great. Chance creation and like dribbles completed, etc. He's up there like near the top, but you know,
I'm just
United's
thinking,
finishing this season's been pretty.
when did he sign? At the start of the season?
Yeah,
It's a difficult one because, like, whenever we sit down and watch a United game, he's always like he stands out from the rest of the team.
He's very busy.
He's very much like, I'm gonna do a bit of a comparison, but like when we're watching Saka in the Euros,
yeah.
he's the only one in that squad.
He drives at people.
Yeah, like I'd say Fred does it a little bit as well. Who's just like, forward progression and like trying to, like you said, like dribbles and creating chances.
Yeah.
Like he's definitely like a talisman, and like he likes the ball played through him. But he's just it's not been his season, I don't think. But I
Yeah.
don't know if that's just down to him or just the club around him. And
I think it's all just been a bit of a shambles.
yeah,
I would probably put it at jury's out so far. Like,
Yeah, I
if he has
think-
another bad season next season, you start wondering.
is he at that caliber yet?
Yeah, but if he has a good season, then you're like, he's like 20.
Yeah.
So you've bought one for the future.
I mean, what, he's not going to hit his prime like for like, well, you'd hope until like
Well, he's-
5 or
yeah.
6 years.
I think
like.
he's younger than Foden, so
Do you know my
Or-
thoughts on Foden?
yeah.
No,
So-
I'd be happy with jury's out. Like you said, you'll give him one more season, benefit of the doubt. I think with a new manager coming in, it's definitely a chance for
Yeah.
him that he can prove himself. If he can get a steady slot at starting
Well,
11,
This is a thing. At the start, he was really in and out under Ole,
yeah,
and then he came in and got quite a few games under his belt, and he started looking decent.
tasty,
And then the season just fell off at the end.
yeah.
But everyone fell off. So, moving on. 18th place, Lukaku. This time, United to Inter,
Oh,
74 mil.
is it bad to put him at the top of the list? When was that?
2019. He was there for two
Two
seasons.
seasons.
He got, what's that? 80 goal returns in 95 games.
Yeah.
Won them the league. And he wants to come back.
It's hard to say that he's not going to be in the top tier, right? For that transfer
So we're looking at these purely on
at that time,
that move alone.
those 2 seasons. Yeah,
I think
He's hired.
That's great business.
great business.
Okay.
80 goal returns in 90 games.
Expensive fee.
Yeah,
but you
if
brought him in and he's won you the league and he's got a goal like almost every game.
but you sign Sancho and he does that to your club. He's bloody
great deal.
He's bloody
Great business.
Jesus, isn't he? It's great business. Just because it's in the Serie A doesn't mean anything else.
Yeah.
Like he's gone in and he's bagged what I assume he got golden boot.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, these players are brought in to do a job
Yeah.
and he's done the job.
Exactly. I think
And
we've just got a bit of a perception of him.
They made a
haven't we?
profit on him as well.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So
I think his name's going to pop up again, isn't it?
it might
Yeah.
do.
But no, definitely good business.
17th, we got Van Dijk.
Yeah, good business.
Southampton to Liverpool,
Best
75 mil.
how much? 75?
75.
Yeah. Southampton's just a breeding ground, isn't it? Like, I don't know how they do it, but
They got, well,
great academy.
I mean, what's that?
Where did they sign him from Celtic?
That's like five or six trophies. Yeah.
How much did they sign him for? Well, like 8, 9?
Cheap. Yeah.
That's mad.
It's like 6 trophies, including a Premier League and a Champions League. Numerous personal,
I mean,
individual.
He's the best defender in the world.
He's almost won the Ballon d'Or.
As a centre-back as well. That's mad.
Yeah.
That's good business.
Good business.
Good business.
16th,
16th!
Lukaku. Everton to Man United.
I feel like you're probably a little bit more quizzed up
75 mil.
to discuss this one. You're looking at the stats.
He got 55 goal returns in 96 games.
That's not that bad.
Didn't win any trophies. I seem to remember his first season, he absolutely took off when he first joined, and he was like scored 12 in like 14. Second half of the season was a bit naff. Then the second season was when he got a bit like porky, and his touch went.
Is Porky the
He
nice
got
way of
large.
putting it?
Yeah. Second season, then like Ole came in and started playing him on the wing.
That's a bit weird, right?
Yeah, because who did we have down the middle at that point?
Ole.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Martial.
It might have been all Rashford. I can't remember, but I thought he was when he was good.
When he's
He
good,
was
he's
good.
good.
But when it was bad, it was bad. I think didn't quite work out. I think when he got bought, a lot of United fans were like, this is a striker we've been missing since like Van Persie.
Yeah.
He did it for half a season, and the second season and a half, he just wasn't very good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really remember too much of him, which I feel like plays dividend to the form he was in. You know, like...
Yeah. I'm going to put it didn't work out just because... It didn't work out, really.
Mate, he's going to be in all of them.
He might be, yeah. Surprising one next, I think.
Yeah.
Higuain, Napoli to Juventus, 2016, 75 mil.
Back in 2016?
Yeah. So that was like the season that Pogba moved to United, like that.
Oh, so
window.
they had some cash.
However, he was there for 4 seasons, but spent 2 of them out on loan.
Right.
So he went to AC Milan and Chelsea. 150 games, 66 goals.
Ooh.
Did win 3 Serie A's, 2 Italian Cups, and 2 Juve MVP awards, whatever they are.
Really? Well, most valuable player?
Yeah. Which makes it quite difficult to judge.
I don't think we obviously don't watch too much of the Serie A.
It's like he was good for 2 years and then quite bad for the other 2.
Right. But he got 3 MVPs.
Yeah. I mean, trophies in Italian football, you can't really... Like, in that period, Juventus were just a machine.
Yeah.
I think he got thrown out a bit when Ronaldo joined.
That would make sense.
So he had like the first 2 seasons he was like the number 9. And then he was like playing second fiddle a little bit.
Right.
And obviously now he's at Inter Miami.
Just getting a bag.
Is a striker who gets 1 in 3.
Is it 1 in 3 though?
Well,
Just under.
150 games, 66 goals. So just shy of that. Is that justifies the fee? I don't think so.
I would not say that.
Did it work out? He got two player of the years.
He got more trophies than Spurs.
Well, that's not hard, is it?
I'd say jury's out.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
I'm
I think
not the most
There's
quizzed up
obviously he can't have done that bad.
No.
So, I think he might have won a golden boot in that time in the Serie A, but we'll put him in jury's out.
Just for that signing, because that's still quite a lot of money. But it's back then as well.
But then I guess they just had Pogba money come in. So 14th, Harry Maguire, 80 mil.
Right.
I But still at the club. But for how long? Contributed to 32 Premier League clean sheets in roughly 110, 120 games in the league. I think
Where did he come from?
Leicester.
Really?
Yeah. Personally, I'm going to suggest, or I think he should be in juries out. Because ignore lot of season just happened.
Season before, second.
Season before that. Two top four finishes in a row. Unbeaten away in the league. Unbeaten for over a year away. He can't be that bad.
No.
He does make a lot of mistakes. When it's bad, it's bad.
He has, like you say, it's just our last season. It throws, recency bias, like shades on, isn't it? You're seeing everything in a tinted way. But everyone was like, oh my gosh, it's 80 million for a centre back.
That's where you can't. He's not justified the fee.
Yeah.
But I don't think that it's not worked out.
It's the only thing is, it's like you see centre backs going for less. Obviously, it's an English tax as well, especially for a Prem club.
Yeah,
you have a quota to fill, and he's captain as well.
I mean, there are things I disagree with. I don't think he should be the captain. I think this season he was kept in the team for far too long, making mistake after mistake. Yes, he's had a bad year, but
come December, he's going to win us the World Cup.
How often, with the exception of Ronaldo and Messi, great players have a bad year? Like Hazard, 1 year, absolutely horrific. Next year, he's won Chelsea the Cup and the Europa League or something like that in the same year.
Yeah.
A lot of people probably say it should be Howler, but I'm going to say jury's out because I still think there's a chance that he could turn it around. He is 29, but...
Yeah, it depends how long he can... If he can get back into some good form and how long he spends in that form. Because you think... Right, he's a little bit more expensive than Van Dijk, and how Van Dijk has performed over the past 3 years, 3 or 4 years even, I'd be inclined to agree with you for jury's out.
I think if he has
definitely not any higher.
If he has another bad season, it's going down towards Howler.
Yeah.
Which takes us to number 13, which I think we know where this is going straight away. Is Ronaldo United to Real Madrid.
Well, that's
80
just
mil
good business, isn't it?
In 2009. Expensive for the time.
Yes.
He was there for 9 seasons, 10 seasons, something like that. This is where it gets mental, right? 438 games, 450 goals, 131 assists.
Yeah, well, I'd be inclined to put him in Howler, but no.
4 Ballon d'Ors, 4 Champions Leagues.
I don't think we really need to discuss it, do we? He's hired. It's good business. Number 12.
Number 12 is an interesting one. Gareth Bale. 85 mil.
I nearly said something very
86
raucous.
mil. Obviously set to leave.
Do you reckon he's going?
Season. He's got to come back to England.
I'm sure he's got to go to Spurs or something. Or Wales. Do Wales have any decent teams?
I just can't see Bale.
Go see Cardiff?
I just
Swansea?
can't see Bale playing in the Championship.
I think he's going back to Spurs. And he'll be on rotation, won't he?
I mean, 258 games, 106 goals, 67 assists.
Yeah, I mean,
that's decent
he's class.
numbers. He has missed 128 games through various injuries. So that's like 2.75 seasons.
Is it?
Like in the Premier League, 38 games a season.
Oh,
3. Like my maths is
but
back. 3 and a bit
I suppose
seasons.
you've got Champions League. They
Yeah.
always qualify for
Yeah,
Champions League.
But like if it was just league games, that's
That's a lot.
A lot, yeah. Obviously, he has gone out on loan one season. This season, he's played like 5 games. He's tailed off at the end, but 5 Champions Leagues, 3 league titles, 3 Super Cups, 3 Club World Cups. I think justifies the fee.
I think he's easily justifying a fee. There was a point in
The
time.
first few seasons, he was incredible.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. There was a point in time where people would be like, he is the best player in the world.
Definitely.
But
I mean,
you know,
he still like does it for Wales, so he's still good.
oh yeah, I mean, yeah,
He's just massively underappreciated by Real Madrid fans.
yeah.
So
How old is he now?
32.
Oh, so he's still got
Still got a few years
yeah,
in there.
yeah.
He's going, justifies the fee. Straight in there.
Nice.
Number 11 is big Ronaldo again. Real Madrid to Juventus.
Yeah, but there's going to be some
88
nuts stats for Juve as well, isn't it?
He was there
Not-
for what, 2-3
Not
seasons?
as nuts stats. Well, it's over 100.
134 games, 101 goals, 22 assists.
Yeah.
2 league titles, 1 Italian Cup, 2 Italian Super Cups. But the crucial thing, no Champions Leagues. And that is what he was bought for, I think.
Yeah. It's
Can
the
you,
thing
right,
is-
if you look at it, I'm going to be controversial here. Solely on the goals, justifies the fee. However, I'm
think you're gonna go
inclined
the
to
other
send
way.
it to didn't work out.
Now, I was going to say, you're spending how much? Upwards of 80 mil on
88
a
mil.
striker, and he's giving you a goal. What, 3 in 4 games?
Yeah.
And
They didn't win the title every season he was there either.
Yeah, but you can't. Would you not sign a striker for less money than what? World class. It's Ronaldo's. Mate, they make that money back on t-shirts in like a month.
Yeah.
Less than that. It's hard to disagree with not putting him in the top category because it's Ronaldo.
I
And
wouldn't say
because-
it's great business.
You're not reckon for
No.
Juve.
No.
I get your point about Champions League, right? I understand that. But it's not just his fault that they didn't get Champions
No.
League.
That is true.
Do you blame Ronaldo for not winning the Champions League?
No.
Why is that? Because he
Well,
was the
it's a-
only one who performed
it's
in the
a- it's a
Champions
team
League.
game, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
I would not put him any lower than justify the fee.
you reckon?
He's won cups and won league titles with them. He's got over 100 games in what, 2 or 3 seasons?
Yeah.
100 goals, sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's hard to not justify the price.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he did win them a couple of league titles. I just think I watched the Juventus documentary on Amazon, and they were like, "We've bought Ronaldo to win the Champions League." And whether that's Ronaldo's
But-
fault or not is a different.
Is that
Question.
their... I suppose it's depending on what perspective we're going to look at it. If it's exclusively to win the Champions League, yeah, he hasn't been worth the money that they spent on him. But just in collateral damage isn't too bad, is
Yeah.
it?
I think it's got to go justifies the fee or jury's out.
If you take juries out on this, do I get to override another one?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
I don't think there's any too wild ones coming up.
There's one coming up, and it's going straight in one of them.
Is it this one? Number 10, Hazard.
No.
89 million
To Real.
to Real. He's played 66 games and he's got 6 goals, 10 assists. He's missed 72 games, so he's missed more than he's played. Obviously, he's got 2 league trophies at Champions League, but how much did he actually do?
Does he?
I'm early shout Howler.
I'm thinking down that list,
Because
yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if he left in
This
the next
season.
couple of seasons without having done anything.
Yeah, I think it's yeah. You whack him down at the bottom. He's obviously an incredible player, and his name
His
means so
injuries are
much.
just
It's just very
ruining that.
sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
That he's performed at such a low level, especially in he has played 60 games, and a player of that caliber, you would expect to at least get a few more returns.
Yeah, definitely.
So what's that? 1 in 7, 1 in 8.
He's got 16 returns
In 60 games.
66. So
Also, okay,
It's like
so
5.
yeah. Goal one, yeah. It's not great, is it?
no. Number 9, Pogba
To United.
to United, 89 mil. Obviously looks set to leave on a free again. 230 games, 39 goals, 51 assists. A League Cup and a Europa League in
5, 6 years.
5, 6 seasons. I mean, I think it should be didn't work out.
Yeah,
I don't think it's been Howler because
it's not Howler level.
he, at times, definitely been United's
I
best
mean,
player.
he's still up in the top 5.
You can't say he's justified the fee.
He's.
I could understand maybe jury's out, but also
No,
I've kind of had
I think
it with
you were
Pogba
right.
now.
I think you were right. He's another player that everyone's kind of got their opinion on, in the sense of like Hazard played incredibly well at Juve. Obviously, internationally, he's just a talisman for France as well. But he just doesn't fit into the United team in the way that he wants to.
I was going to say, there's clearly a player in there because for France he does the business.
Yeah.
So
Maybe it's just the whole United problem
system.
where it's all big names, or
Yeah.
everyone wants to prove themselves. Whereas like in France, it's all big names, and you knock down a peg
You do it
when
for a
you're stood
team,
next to
don't you?
Benzema,
Yeah.
or you're stood next to, Mbappe, who are performing constantly.
Or
like you want to prove yourself in that setting. Whereas in United, I feel like it's I want to score or I want to be the best.
Pogba is also a serial ghoster.
Mm.
He's the big name that goes missing. So
Yeah.
didn't quite work out.
I
that
think
one,
I think it's unfortunate in a sense as well, whereas especially in this last season, with United wanting to play like a 4-2-3-1 or like a 4-3-3.
He's not a holding midfielder.
He's not a holding midfielder, and that 10 slot's always got Bruno. It was
Yeah.
cool when he played out on the left, but it obviously
It's not his game,
no.
though, is it? That's the problem.
So it's obviously very difficult, especially when you don't have like a solid 6.
yeah,
If you had someone like Fabinho or Rodri, give him way more space to get up and go, but it's been
Well,
very
that's-
difficult for him.
That's the thing, is that the Ole would just send McFred because he was concerned about us defensively having Pogba and one of them.
Yeah,
So then Pogba's got to make way, but he's not a left winger.
no,
So it's kind of like square peg in a round hole, isn't it? He doesn't fit.
yeah, it's unfortunate. But yeah, I don't think he was worth.
No, not worth it. 90 mil and 6 years of 200 plus £1,000 a week.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the
At
jury's
the
out.
start, he was good,
Yeah.
but it just
If
fell
you're getting
off.
paid that much and your price tag is that much, you have to have a level of consistency.
Yeah.
So I would say, I'd be
just
verging
didn't quite
on
work
not
out.
working out.
Yeah.
No.
Number 8, Ousmane Dembele. Dortmund to Barcelona, 97 million. 150 games, 30 goals, 34 assists. He has missed, because he's got paper mache hamstrings, 102 games
102 games.
in 5 seasons. 2 league titles, 2 cups. He's still only 25.
He's going to the Prem, isn't he? He's up on a
But
free.
I again think this didn't quite work out. He always seems to be up for a transfer.
I'll tell you what it was, right? It was that thing, when we signed Aubameyang from Dortmund, was because it's like if you sign Son, right, or if you sign Kane.
They need the other
At
one.
the moment, you need the other one.
Yeah.
And I think they worked so well, especially at Dortmund when it was Aubameyang, Dembele. Like you see it now with back in Barca when they kind of pairing up a bit and they're getting the results that they want. It's like taking one without taking the other is always going to leave them like missing a leg.
Yeah.
So I agree with you I would be verging on jury's out. Obviously, it's unfortunate he's got all the injuries, but it can't be his fault unless he's pushing himself too hard or he's getting put in a position where...
When you pay that much for someone, you expect more.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely not worth the money.
He's going and didn't work out.
Okay. You're vetoing him.
Again. It's not a howler, but I don't think you can be like, has it been good? Has it been bad? I think it's been bad.
He's
It's just
class
not
on
been
FIFA.
that bad. Well, yeah.
He's got those good links. He'd have even better links if he was in Prem. But yeah. No, I agree.
Here we go to the big time.
Does it begin with a J?
No.
Okay.
Number 7, Lukaku, Inter to Chelsea, 97.5 million.
It rhymes with Paula.
It's a howler.
Yeah. I mean,
17 goal returns in 44 games. He has scored 15 goals this season. Although I can't remember any of them.
no.
Except
he
from
scored a
that-
hat trick, didn't he?
Except from the couple against Arsenal he got at the start. When everyone was like, he's back, he's going to win us the league.
He looked so good in those first 3 games. And then what was it? A month or 2 in? And he does an interview.
And he wants to
Imagine
leave.
your prime signing of the season turns around and being like, nah, I don't like it. I want to go back.
It's the worst transfer of the season by far.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. There we go. There's one for the pod.
We're going to have a compilation of every voice
Yeah,
break.
it's going to happen when we get to 10.
Yeah, it's just not. It's
No.
just been. It's been bad.
It's a howler. It's a howler. What a stinker.
Your next one does begin with J. It's the first triple digits.
Howler.
Jack Grealish.
Howler.
39 games, 6 goals, 4 assists. Howler.
The thing is, right, he's class. Don't get me wrong, he's a cool player. I love his personality as well in interviews, right?
He has
Especially
got
since he won the league. He's been
going on.
hilarious, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't justify 100 mil.
Absolutely not, no.
Like, if you put 60, or if he was at the bottom of that list,
Yeah.
whilst he's at... The problem is, right, it's City, right? It's rotation season. All season.
All season, yeah.
But you can't pay 100 million for a player and play him like...
I heard, I don't know how true it is, that apparently when City offered him 100 mil, Aston Villa weren't expecting that. They were like, well, if they offered us like 70, we would have taken it and ran.
100 mil is just like...
That's silly.
That's so much money. Do you reckon that's where all these Villa signings are coming from now? Because they didn't make too many, did they?
No, well, they had a few. They haven't really sold many people other than Grealish, though.
Yeah, no, well, that's a howler.
And now we
He's
move
class, don't get me wrong,
on
but
to the top 5. At 5, João Felix. Benfica to Atletico.
I remember that coming out.
104 mil.
Because wasn't he like 20 at the time, 19?
Yeah. He's 22 now. So 111 games, 29 goals, 15 assists.
I'm not
gonna. I think jury's out.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I don't think he deserves to be any lower because watching him play, he's obviously got a lot of talent, right?
But yeah.
The price tag is very daunting, and I don't know if, especially when you're that young.
But again, this is something like the Higuain, Pogba situation. They had just got 100 mil for Griezmann. So it's
Barca.
Yeah, so it's kind of like they didn't technically spend that much.
Right.
Because they've been given that money, sort of thing.
So it's just like a big swap.
Essentially.
Put it down.
But again, is 100 mil.
That's good business from Benfica, you know.
But I think he's wasted there, though. They just defend.
I don't think... Is he playing a 2 up top?
I think they play 4-4-2 a lot.
I think he needs to be... Because he's rapid, isn't he? He's rapid and he's techie.
I think he'd be a good, 10.
Yeah, I was going to say, either 10 or you play him as an out-and-out 9, on his own, and you put him with some rapid wingers. Because I don't know what his finishing like, but if I remember rightly, watching a few of the games,
good.
he's like poachers, right? He puts them away.
But yeah, I think jury's out.
I don't think he justifies the price at the moment.
No, but I don't think it's not worked out.
No.
He was their player of the year this season, so...
It's very difficult because he's so young.
Yeah. But he's got so much time
Yeah.
to... well, he's only going to get better, really, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Number 4, Coutinho. Howler. 105 mil.
I want to know the stats.
So he joined 2018.
Yeah.
Loaned to Bayern 2019.
Won the Champions League.
Loaned to Villa and now bought by Villa. 106 games, 25 goals, 14 assists.
Is that for
That's for
Barcelona?
Barca. I mean, infamously knocked them out of the Champions League 8-2
Yep.
and then won the Champions League. I think it just has to be a howler.
It's a bit like taking a poo and then rubbing your face in it, right? like you sign sign the biggest player that season.
You're in the club, right? You get a girl's number and then you immediately give it to your arch enemy. And then he then gets the girl and you get her 10 years later when you don't really fancy her anymore. It's
just like you couldn't write it. Like, oh my god. Yeah, it's a
top
howler.
10 anime betrayals.
It is
isn't
top
it?
10 anime betrayals. It's a howler.
It's such a stinky transfer.
But I don't know why you'd buy him if you're just going to loan him straight out. Because he's not, at that point, he wasn't like a bad player.
No.
He can obviously perform. Do you think it's just, and I assume they didn't have a clause in it.
No, I don't think so. I think Bayern were basically just like, yeah, we don't really want to buy you now. And his transfer funded, like, the Liverpool revolution.
Very true.
So, I mean, in that sense, great business, Liverpool.
Yeah.
And then it also kind of bankrupted Barca, so howler.
I'll tell you, on the bright side, though, great business from Villa.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be good next season.
Definitely. And then we've got our last non-PSG transfer, Griezmann, 107 mil. Obviously, back at Atletico Madrid on loan. season just gone. 102 games, 35 goals, 17 assists.
I think it's good. I think it's worth the money.
I disagree.
Really?
I think didn't quite work out. Bearing in mind they were buying him like after
When he
the
was
World
tearing it
Cup
up.
and arguably like top 3 strikers in Europe at the time.
Greasy Greaseman. Harry Kane!
I'm just putting him straight. It didn't work out.
Okay. Are we just going to say that this top one's in good business?
Well, Mbappe, 163 mil, basically runs PSG now, owns the club.
I heard he's actually runs France.
217.
Did you know? Sorry, did you know that Macron had a 1-to-1 meeting with him to persuade him to stay at PSG?
Really?
Yeah.
Mad. They're desperate.
Yeah, it evidently worked. He's like, not only you run PSG, you run France. You tell me, I give you a hot phone to my house.
217 games, 171 goals, 87 assists.
I mean, he's looking to be very dangerous. He's looking to be one of the goats of the game, isn't he?
Although, right, slightly controversial. France Farmers League.
He's just light years above.
If you look at it just at him, great business because you've got the best player in the world, possibly.
He's going to be the best player in the world.
If you look at it as a signing for the club, you're already going to win Ligue 1. You're already going to win the French Cup. He has not changed their fortunes in Europe.
If you think of the brand, right?
I'm putting it in great business.
Yeah.
But
The brand of Mbappe now, having such a young French, like, icon in the best team in France, like, it's Mbappe, man. It's Mbappe.
he's good. He's good. He is good.
He's nuts, mate.
And then obviously, most expensive transfer,
Is
Neymar.
his teammate.
£198 million. 144 games, 100 goals, 60 assists.
That was good business.
When they bought him, he is good.
What's coming?
Is he worth 200 million?
But has he been worth 200 million? Would you pay 200 million for your left winger to score one in every 2 goals?
These are the things, right? Well, this is the thing. They've bought him like Juventus bought Ronaldo. They want the Champions League. And they've fallen short every single season. They got Messi to win the Champions League.
I'm going to stop myself.
And they bottled it.
Messi hasn't performed in how everyone wanted him to perform.
I think Neymar is jury's out.
No.
No?
If he's not going in good business, he's going in worth the money. I don't think...
I don't think he's been as good as Mbappe, though.
But it's... It's so difficult to compare those two. They play two different roles.
I will go as far as justifies the fee.
We'll justify the fee.
Because I think when they bought him, he was like 25, 24, Neymar-ish.
Yeah.
Tearing up at Barca.
But that's the same thing as you know, when we discussed it earlier with the Dembele and Usman. Oh my gosh, Aubameyang and Dembele.
Dembele and Usman.
Probably one of the most prolific front threes of all time.
Yeah.
And you're taking one of those players and you're slotting him into your team, expecting him to perform like he is.
Yeah.
He's not going to perform like he is, but he hasn't performed badly.
Although he is levels above everybody in that league.
Yeah.
It's like with Ronaldo at Juventus, it's difficult to judge because the standard of the league, like, no disrespect to the French league, but it is not
But
the Premier League.
I think you put Neymar in any team in the world, I still think he performs like he does in France.
I mean, to be fair, he does do it for Brazil, so...
And he has been doing it for Brazil for however long.
Well, that's the tiers
We're all
complete.
summed up.
Yeah. So we got Howlers,
Right.
Hazard to Real Madrid,
Yeah.
Lukaku to Chelsea,
Or Nelly.
Grealish to City, and Coutinho to Barca.
Yeah.
I think with
That's
good reason.
fair. Yeah.
Didn't quite work out. Lukaku to United, Pogba to United, Dembele to Barca, and Griezmann to Barca. It's a lot of Barca.
Well, there's a reason they're in debt, Kieran.
Next time it'll be Adama Traore.
I saw somewhere that Barca are the team most in debt, and then Spurs are like second. But I think that's just the stadium, right?
Jury's out. We got Sancho to United, Higuain, which I can't believe was that expensive, to Juventus.
That was mad.
Maguire,
Harry Maguire.
Ronaldo to Juve,
Sui.
and João Felix to Atletico.
Yeah. I think that's a bit harsh on João Felix, but yeah, it is,
Justifies
it is
the
what it
fee.
is.
We got Havertz to Chelsea.
Now I'm thinking about it, I feel like Havertz to Chelsea might be good
Jury's
business.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Is it
But
because he won the Champions League?
It's only because he was so far down the list now, and I've seen perspective on how much people have paid for people, and I'm like, he's just won the Champions League, and he's performing so
He's
well.
half the price of Griezmann.
Yeah, like
Bale to Real Madrid and Neymar to PSG.
yeah,
And then great business, Lukaku to Inter, Van Dijk to Liverpool, Ronaldo to Real Madrid, and Mbappe to PSG.
yeah.
I don't think there's anything too outrageous in there.
No. I think if there's a middle section to the top two, I think that's where we put Havertz.
Great justify.
You know,
Justifies the business.
Justifying the business. He's just teetering in between. But it's only because we've had that chat now of all of those people who are more expensive than him.
It puts into perspective
It
how
puts
much people
so
have paid,
much perspective.
paid for who. And we've not even got on to the likes of Kepa and Pepe, who I think both go in howler.
I would
But
say it
luckily
hadn't worked out.
They're not in the top 20, so we'll never know.
Love that. That was good. It was eye-opening. I didn't realise how many people went for so much.
Yeah.
Like, I remember Neymar going for like just shy of 200 mil, sorry.
Yeah.
But like, it puts him so much above everyone else. Like, and then do you think like it's a bit crazy saying that Jack Grealish is worth half of what Neymar is? Because he
Yes.
doesn't perform half
No.
as well.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's a very good take on
Yeah.
the Jack Grealish deal.
Yeah, innit?
It's like, would you rather have bought Grealish for 100 mil or Havertz for 70?
But yeah, no, that's good. There's some surprising ones. Like I forgot about João Felix as well, but at the time everyone was going crazy for him. Weren't they?
100.
They were like, "Oh
He-
my gosh!"
I think
Like Atletico Madrid has just bought this amazing young striker. It's going to be crazy. Like, oh, he's done all of these numbers in Benfica, and then like 2 or 3 years later, you only hear about him again when he pops up in a Champions League battering United.
battering. Parking the bus.
Playing at DM like a prime Harry Kane.
All 11 men behind the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
But do you know what this brings us on to?
Shout.
It's not Finn's fun, footballing, fantastic
Quiz.
trivia.
Should we play the jingle anyway?
Because it's mine. Insert jingle here.
Fin's fun, Fin's fun.
Fin's fun footballing fact.
Fin's fun, Fin's fun.
Fin's fun footballing fact.
And we're back.
You're hijacking my segment.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this to test my ball knowledge now?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
People have had enough listening to me know everything.
Shoot.
Right.
How many questions you got for me?
5.
Was there a theme?
All about transfers.
Oh, Nelly.
Okay. With a total of 5 transfers,
Yes.
who has accumulated the largest total transfer fee in world football?
What, as in, like, the most moves that they've made?
So, like, the total cost of all of their transfers.
Okay.
I
Number
feel like
one.
this should be quite obvious.
Number one is that Belgian, I forgot the name, who's just been all over this podcast recently, getting his name in all of them. His name is Lukaku. Is he in the top 5?
No, there's one player.
Oh. Wait, I'm confused with the question. Say it again?
So, this player
Yeah.
has had 5 transfers in their career.
Yes.
Who, so the player,
Yeah.
which player is it that has accumulated the largest total transfer fee? So all of their transfers, their 5 transfers added together
Yeah.
to make one big fee.
Yeah.
Who is the most expensive in terms of cumulative fees?
Okay. What, and he's had 5 transfers?
Yes.
Is it not Lukaku?
Yes.
Yeah. I was going to say, like...
293.5 million.
Oh my gosh. How much did Barca buy Neymar for? From Santiago.
I think it was about 40.
So he's not far behind.
No, I think Ronaldo and Neymar were in there.
That's mad. That's
But
so much money.
Lukaku essentially has 3 80 million plus transfers.
That's nuts.
I know.
Question 2?
Perhaps poorly worded question, that one.
No, that's all. I just got confused. I thought
Right,
you were
this
waiting for like
one-
5 people.
You might have to think a bit.
Okay.
After his debut season at Real Madrid in 2013,
Oh, Nelly.
who was named by Spanish newspaper Marca as the worst signing of that season. So this specific Real Madrid player was named as a worst signing of the season.
Is it Modric?
It is Modric. Elite ball knowledge.
I remember him having a shocking
An
season,
absolute
don't he?
turnaround for Modric as well.
Yeah. Because I remember he was performing well at Spurs.
Yeah.
And he had, I remember he had like a shocking season, and then like the next 2 were like getting better, and now he's just, you know, one of the best
You're 2 for 2.
eights in the league. I
2 for 2.
am clever.
Yeah. This is where it might get a bit harder.
Clever. Shoot.
So prior to the transfer window when Maguire and Wan-Bissaka joined United,
Yes.
who was the most expensive English defender?
Of all time.
Yep.
I think I know this.
Oh,
Is it Rio Ferdinand?
no.
Okay.
Although there was a time where he was.
Yeah, okay. Do I get a second chance?
Yes. I might have bodged this question.
Is it? Is
Now
there?
that I
Is
think
there?
about it.
Is there a time? Can I have a clue on like the era?
I think it was 2016, 17.
Okay, it's not. It's not. I thought I was going for like Ashley Cole. Is it Kyle Walker?
That's what I've just thought about. Because the answer I had was John Stones,
Right.
but I think they went for the same fee. Walker and Stones.
How much was Ferdinand? I thought he was.
Ferdinand was
like
like 30,
Yeah.
but these two were like 50 mil.
Okay. Oh, I got a bit. Yeah.
I'll give you half.
No, I don't need half. Because that was my second guess.
Okay. This one you should get right.
Okay.
Who is Arsenal's most expensive departure?
What, as in who they sold for the most?
Who they've sold for the highest transfer fee?
Surely. Is it Van Persie?
No. You're looking for an extra 10 mil
Is it?
on top of Van Persie, yeah.
I'm trying to think now. Omri.
No.
Oh, this is dreadful ball
Think
knowledge.
more, why on earth is he worth that much money?
Really? It's recent.
2017?
Ramsey.
No. He left for free.
Oh my gosh! Why can't I think?
Calls himself an Arsenal
I
fan.
know. My brain has gone blank.
Tell you
How much? How much was it?
34.2 million.
It's not like a keeper, right?
No. He's English.
He's English.
He is.
Nah, my head's gone blank, man.
Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Really?
Yep.
For nearly 40 mil?
Yep. To Liverpool.
I didn't realise it was...
Yeah.
To be quite honest, I completely forgot that he played for Arsenal. So.
Honestly, when I saw that, I was like, oh yeah.
Oh,
he
yeah,
did
he
play
did
for
play.
Arsenal. And your last question. Based on current market value on Transfer Market, shout out Transfer Market because that's where I got all of my info for today.
Your stats.
Yeah. We all know Man City have got a squad of superstars.
Yes.
So based on current market value, who is the most expensive player in the Man City squad?
Are we including Haaland in there?
No. And I'll give you a bonus point if you can tell me how much within 5 either side.
Current market value. Most expensive player in...
The Man City squad. I can see the cogs are turning in your brain.
I'm trying to think of who's the most... Like... In the position they are. I'm also trying to think of age-wise. Part of me is leaning towards Diaz. But... I know it's not going to be KDB. It's not... Oh, is it Foden?
Is it?
I hope it's not. I'm trying to think. Is it like... It's not going to be any of the
There's
midfielders.
so many options.
Yeah,
of who
I
it
know.
could
This
be.
is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it could be like João Cancelo, but I don't think he's worth that much.
Yeah.
I think in my head it's between Ruben Diaz and Foden. I don't think any of the other wingers.
I can tell you that it's tied. There are 2 players that are worth the same.
Is it those two?
One of them is correct.
One of them is correct. Oh, Nelly. Let's go Foden.
So Foden is one of them.
Okay. Is he tied with like Sterling or something?
No.
Mahrez.
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 No.
Is it a midfielder?
Yes.
Is it Gundogan?
No. No. Why would it be him?
It's not KDB.
It is.
No, I swear he's worth like 60.
Not according to Transfer Market.
I'm going to go 85 mil.
Well, you are within 5.
Am I?
81.
Oh, do I get a point? Sort of.
I'll give you a point for that. I'll give you 3 out of 5.
Yeah, boy. I thought I checked KDB the other day.
3 out of 5, by the way. Better performance than Ben put in last week.
Well, what can I say?
Sounds like somebody, Ben,
Is a fraud.
Because I know you're listening. You need to brush up on your football knowledge.
He's going to be like, I knew it was Oxlade-Chamberlain. I was playing at home. That's what that sounds like.
Sounds like he was here.
Well, I did just put on my Ben outfit. So, right, should we wrap this one up with another fan favourite?
The raucous opinion.
Yeah.
You know nothing about football.
That's such a stupid thought. How could you even think? Do you even know who he is?
The raucous opinion generator.
That's mad.
Good ball knowledge.
The raucous opinion generator. The raucous opinion.
I'll shoot one your way. We don't have the wheels set
No
up
wheels,
at the moment,
no.
so I will. I'll give you a number. I'll give you the team first.
Okay.
In the topic of top transfers, we'll keep Man City in mind.
Ooh.
And
Interesting.
I'll give you the topic of midfielders.
Okay. You want my raucous opinion?
Yes. Just a hot take.
I don't think Bernardo Silva is as good as people say he is. And on that bombshell,
I don't really know what to say.
I think they're better central midfielders than Bernardo Silva.
Well, yeah. There's another one that plays for Man City.
No, but at other clubs. People make him out, Bernardo Silva, like he's the best thing since sliced bread.
He's class.
He's streaky. He only does it once in a blue moon. And that's not a pun about Man City singing Blue Moon. I don't really rate him that much.
Fair enough.
Is that raucous enough for you?
I mean, he just got team of the season, so I feel like that's
He's
plenty
one in
raucous.
my team of the season.
Okay.
And my one's the only right one. So
Okay, all right. Well, thankfully we were joined by King John Kieran today.
I've taken a bit of a dictatorship on this episode. Just been vetoing every decision. It's my way or the highway.
Precisely. Well, I'll edit it up so you just sound like a knobhead, so.
Good. Even more than normal, then.
Yeah. Right, anyway, thank you very much for listening. It's been a pleasure, Kieran. Thank you
As always.
for your top transfer knowledge.
Thank you, Transfer Market.
Thank you, Transfer Market. And we shall see you all next week.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
All.
Oh.